Hello everybody, I'm Fabien and welcome back to Fab Motorbikes. This week I'll be showing you step by step how to change the oil and filter on a Yamaha FZ6. Before we start, let me talk you through a few things that I think you'll need for this job because it's often a lot more than you think. So first up we have obviously the oil. This is 10W40 fully synthetic motorcycle specific oil made by Castrol. Next we have the oil filter. I usually go for the High Flow Filtro Premium oil filter. These are well priced, good oil filters, never let me down, and in this case you want the HF204 model. Next up we have the oil drain plug washers. You don't need to replace these every single time, but I do. These are crush washers, they help seal the oil on the drain plug. Here, this is a 17mm socket wrench, and you'll be using that to undo the drain plug on your bike and do it back up again. I use one of these. I don't know what they're called, but if you can get a hold of them, these are great at getting oil filters off, because they're nice and wide, you can get some good purchase on them, and that's great for getting some good torque to undo the oil filter. This is just a precautionary, sometimes the oil filler cap is stuck and difficult to open by hand, so I just use that. Of course you will need a bowl to catch the old oil, essential, and a funnel to pour the new oil in. This often is a messy job, so I have an old rag and some tissue paper, and as you can see, cardboard on the ground. I've got quite good at making this as a tidiest job as possible, but somehow you always get some oil on the ground. So there is everything you'll need, and I'll put links down in the description if you need a place to go and buy them. Now you know what you need, let's get to work. Step 1. Now your first job is to start your bike up and leave it running for 5-10 minutes. This basically allows the oil in there to warm up and thin out a little bit. This is so that when you remove the drain plug, as much of it can flow out as easily as possible. What I also like to do is just quickly check if you can feel heat on the engine block, you know the oil inside is nice and warm. Step 2 is another waiting game. Once you've warmed the bike up and the oil is nice and warm, it will have slushed around the whole of the engine. So now it's time to wait another 5 minutes or so for all that oil to settle down to the bottom of the engine. What we can do in that time is get all your tools and bits and bobs ready to drain the oil. Step 3 is to remove the oil filler cap. This will allow for easy airflow into the top of the engine, so there's no type of vacuum, and will allow the oil to easily flow out the bottom of the drain plug. These can sometimes be a little tough, so I've got a pair of pliers just to help me out. Remember to keep this nice and clean. Step 4 is to take your 17mm socket wrench. I find it's helpful to have a bit of a bar on it so you get some purchase on it, and all you need to do is loosen up the oil drain plug. It can suddenly loosen up on you all of a sudden. Step 5, once you've loosened this off with the wrench, you can then go and do the rest by hand. I recommend wearing gloves for this because it's not impossible, but it's very difficult for you to take the plug out without getting oil on your hands. And for practicality and health reasons, you don't really want that. So let's do that now. Do it slowly, slowly. Hold the bowl here, which you can't quite see, is out of focus, up to the plug, and do it slowly, slowly, and try and catch it before it shoots off into the bowl. Lovely, juicy. So the vast majority of the oil is out now. You'll notice that I have not taken the oil filter out yet. This is because I like to do this in a very particular type of way, where I drain most of the oil when the bike is on the center stand. I then take the plug, put it back in temporarily, just hand tight, and then I will put the bike on its side stand and I'll get any last drop of oil out. And then also, that is when I'll take out the oil filter. So now I've gotten the bike on its side stand, I can then go ahead and remove the drain plug again by hand. I doubt there's much oil in there, but now I've drained the oil with it on its center stand, and now I'm going to do it as well on the side stand. I will note that this is only really possible with this bike, or bikes with the oil drain plug on the side like this. If it's on the bottom, there's no need to do this, the center stand is fine. Little bit more. Now step 6 is time to remove the oil filter. This should be removable by hand, but often isn't, so that's why I've got these big set of pliers. But let's try by hand first. Nope. Right everybody, as you can tell, that just wasn't working for me. I've had this bike for 4 years now, 4 or 5 oil changes. I've been motorcycling for 13 years and I've never had a problem with an oil filter, but this one is just not coming off. So really, I had no choice but to go out and get one of these. Now I hope this works. This is a oil filter removal band. So apparently this band tightens up around the oil filter and then you can lever it off. 14 quid. I'll let you know in the description box where you can get one, but you may need one. It's tough. Sometimes this happens. It's never happened to me, but it's happened now. So let's go and give this a go. Slide it, as you can see, onto the oil filter and then tighten it up. I guess it's got to be extremely tight. I've never used one of these before. So it's tightening up now. Let's see if I pull on this, it'll loosen up. Fucking hell, jeez. Oh yes, it's moving. Slowly does it, it's coming off. Now I've done the bulk of the work with the oil filter wrench, I can do the rest by hand. Now step 7, with the drain plug removed and the oil filter removed, is now to just give this whole area just a bit of a clean up. Get rid of all the excess oil that's just sort of draining down the side of the engine and on the exhaust pipe. Now step 8, it's time to reinstall the plug and put the new oil filter in. Now with the oil drain plug, I always like to replace the washer that comes onto it. It's known as a crush washer. It helps seal it. It also reduces the risk of you over tightening it as you put it back into the bike. So I've got a little copper one here. I will say this one that came on the bike seems to be perfectly fine, so I kind of don't need to replace it. But as I've got these little copper ones, I'm going to stick it on there. Make sure it's nice and clean before it goes in there. And in it goes. A tiny bit of oil on the threads will help lubricate it, which is actually a good thing. Once it's in by hand, you can then go and tighten it up with your 7mm socket wrench. I do recommend using a torque wrench if you have one. It's not essential. I never have, I'll be honest. Just be aware you do not want to strip the threads on this. Just make it nice and snug and firm. Do not lean on it like a madman. And when installing the new oil filter, I like to just fill it up a little bit with some fresh oil, just so that there isn't a shock to the bottom of the engine around the oil filter where there's just no oil whatsoever. Pour some in. Perfect. What's also great about these oil filters is that they come pre-greased around the rim. Let's go. Now when tightening this up, I only ever do it by hand, otherwise you never get it off like I had that problem earlier. Step 9. Now it's time to put the fresh oil into the bike. The shop manual says you should need to put 2.5 litres in. I often find that can be a little bit too much, but if you're as thorough as I have been on getting as much oil out as possible, 2.5 should be just about bang on. And finally, we're here, we've made it to step 10. New oil has gone in, new filter's gone in, we've topped it up with 2.5 litres, should be perfect. A little bit too high is okay, way too high is not good, you need to drain a little bit. If it's too low, keep checking over the following days, just top up as you go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.